Argava. And as soon as Aravan came to the crease, I think that was his first boundary, he played with such elegance, such grace, and in a complete contrast at the far end, raw, brutal power from Mohammad Wasim. Between them, for the second wicket, they put on 246 in just 25 overs at nearly 10 and over. And the boundaries, they simply rained around this wonderful ground. Even the mishits from Wasim cleared the rope with ease. The power, the brutality, the quality of the ball striking, and some of the ball follows, they even went out of the ground at points. For Aravind, particularly for the first half of his innings, he was much more stylish. Was there some poor bowling? Yes, absolutely. But even the better bowlers, even Vinath Bhaskaran, who was excellent, he still went at more than a run a ball. Manpreet Singh showed that he's a good part-time off-and leg spinner. That drop catch was a big moment. There was misfields and there was raw power, huge sixes.
He dominated the first half of this innings. Mohammad Wasim, well supported by Vritya, stood calm and composed when Mohammad Wasim was out there in the middle, taking those singles and doubles, in the process getting to his 50. This time getting into the gap, managing a boundary. Piece of timing and placement has been perfect by Vritya Arvind. Strike rotating regular intervals. Mohammad Wasim was in his own zone today, hitting those maximums.
Incredible thing, those last two shots we saw, they're only short-arm jabs. They're only sort of half follow-throughs. One of them one bounce for, the other well over the head of long on for 6. That was the moment he got to 100. And then, as we predicted here, it really started to turn into carnage. Because once he got to that landmark, he said everything, and I mean everything, must go. He was particularly devastating against his opposite number, and Akshay Puri wasn't spared either. He was a very fine young off-spinner. But the part-time leg breaks, those of Aritra Dutta, they went the distance. This was a 28-run over where every single ball went for a boundary. And again, only half a hit, doing damage to the side screen. A miss-hit into the leg side for 4. And then a massive maximum to that shorter side of the ground. And finished off the 150. Looked like he could get to the double 100 marker. And he hit Akshay Puri for a monster. But then soon after, the youngster on debut in the 50-over version got him out.
Once Wasim departed, then it was up to Vritya Arvind to get those quick runs. Ramesh Shahzad, a duck to his name. Excellent piece of bowling by Vinod. And he continues to get runs. Vritya Arvind for his team. Timely boundary. The danger man Asif Khan Behrooz came in, got a couple of boundaries. Then he was caught plumb in front of the wicket. This was the phase where Singapore tried to make a comeback, getting those quick wickets. Rohan Mustafa departs after just making 3 runs. The spinners doing the job for Singapore. Then these two youngsters. What an excellent partnership between Ayan Afzal Khan and Vritya Arvind.
Yeah, obviously UAE, they weren't in trouble at that point. They still were going to have a winning total. But the way in which the two youngsters combined, having lost 4 wickets in a real flurry, Wasim, Shahzad, Khan and Mustafa all went in the space of 35 runs. When they came together, they took their time. They recognised that if they had got out there, that it might have just been 350 or 360 on the board. I say just 350 or 360. And then they started to accelerate and almost had a little mini battle as to who was going to get to the extra bonus landmark quickly. Could Aravind get to 200, or could Ayan Afzal Khan get his maiden century? That was a 50, and he wanted more, didn't he? This innings, this over here, he smashed the ball everywhere. There were some good efforts in the field. A helicopter shot from Aravind, who got to 150. And there was a real chance for a double century. There was also a real chance for Ayan Khan to get a maiden 100. In the end, going for big strokes, they both ended up short, but it doesn't take away from their innings. Khan hit 9 4s and 3 6s in his 74, And Aravind was dismissed, going for one more big one. He hit 7 maximums and 17 fours in that innings of 174. He's the tournament's leading run scorer by a distance, and I'm not sure he's going to be caught either. The wickets then tumbled towards the death. Some good efforts, particularly from Akshay Puri in the deep, who took 2 good.
It all started with that lovely drive. There was a chase by Mohammad Wasim. Started off really well. Datta. He stood tall for Singapore, belting those runs, especially against Junaid Siddiqui, getting a couple of maximums and a couple of fours. This time sweeping Ayan Afzal Khan, and a couple of edges has been taken to the third man region. But they dominated clearly the UAE bowlers in the initial phase. Datta made sure that he got some runs under his belt. As a captain, he did pretty well. Then came in Manpreet going after the bowlers. After losing Datta, he was the lone warrior, and he got some support in the middle from Vinod Bhaskaran. Vinod is getting a couple of boundaries, but look at that shot. Excellent shot towards the mid-off. He made sure he get those runs. Especially he was very good against the fast bowlers Zahoor Khan and Junaid Siddiqui. A full toss, it was flicked towards the square leg for a maximum. This was a big over. He went after Zahoor Khan. Maximum, then a boundary to follows. Then came in Surendran at the fall of Vinod Bhaskaran's wicket. And Surendran and Taliban had a very good partnership down the order. They gave some fight and they showed up some resistance out there in the middle. Taliban managing to play that innovated shot behind the fine leg. They took their time, but they enjoyed their presence out there in the middle. Both the batters, Taliban and Surendran. Taliban going big. And look at that innovated shot, the scoop shot over the fine leg. And a good back foot shot played by the batter there. They were not at all in a hurry, but what is the key is they stood tall out there in the middle. They gave some fight. They put that resistance. So it was all about those maximums in the first innings. 26 maximums, Sharad, and in the second innings as well, we have seen a lot of maximums. They enjoyed their outing.